What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Godly Potential YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be talking about how to stop caring about what other people think. How to stop caring about the opinions of others. The reason why I'm making this video is because clearly a lot of people suffer from this. I once did, still do from time to time, until I realize what's going on. Then I quickly get rid of that. Now, for those of you who don't know, recently or last year, I traveled down to Orlando, Florida, to do ayahuasca. And for those of you who don't know what ayahuasca is a psychedelic. It's a psychedelic plant that is native to Peru, I believe. I may be off in that, but it's native outside of America. And I went down to Florida to try it at a church. This church is called Soul Quest, Mother Ayahuasca. So anyway, I went down there and I tried ayahuasca, and my experience was insane. It was amazing. But with this psychedelic, it's not like other psychedelics. You don't just take this to go on a trip. You take this medicine to get healing, get rid of traumas, get rid of anxiety, like I said, traumas, PTSD, and all kind of things, right? So I went in going with the plan to pretty much get more insight about my deeper, truer self. Like, who is the being who lived behind this face, right? I wanted to know more about that. But one thing about ayahuasca is, a lot of times you might go in there with certain intentions. You're only going to get what you need, right? They say the medicine is a female spirit. They say Mother Aya. And so, whenever you have these intentions, Mother Aya is pretty much going to give you what you need, not what you necessarily want. You may get what you want later, but you're going to get what you need. Okay? So, I went there, did have my experience, but the main thing that I was shown, told, and pretty much what was placed inside of me was the fact that I cared about what people think too much. And after I was shown that, or told that, whatever you want to call it, I was then pretty much gifted the ability to stop caring. And like I said, I talk all about this in a video already published on this YouTube channel. And you can go check it out if you want to. I go more in depth about the whole experience. But yeah, essentially what I got from my experience was I stopped caring about what other people thought. And it was so liberating. It was so amazing. So I know what it's like to stop caring about what other people think. It's so liberating. Like, it's crazy. You're free to do whatever you want. But that's the reason why I'm talking about this. And so, how does one do this? Well, first I want to do a little breakdown. So, what's really going on when you care about what other people think? Okay. What's really going on is you care about what they think because you hold their, let's just say, you hold society's voice senior to your own, right? Society's voice is here, it's senior. Your voice is here, it's junior. That's one of the main reasons why you care about what society thinks. And a quick way to pretty much get rid of that is to simply look at society and realize that society is lost. Society doesn't know what's going on, right? You see adults that are older than you, and you think to yourself, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you can't be that immature. You can't be that moronic. You can't be that stupid, right? And then you got people, you got your peers, the same thing, but they make up society. And so you look at society and realize that society is backwards. Society is lost. Why should you hold their opinion senior to your own? What's going on is we're holding society's opinion in such high regard as if they were a mentor or a teacher or a leader that we follow. When you may be doing that now, but once you realize that society is so lost, it's so backwards, you can get rid of that. It's no different from you have two adults. One of them you look up to, one of them you really admire, you really take their word. The word means something that holds weight. And then you have another adult, same age, but you just don't respect. They're just slow. And so you're not gonna, whatever they say, whatever suggests to you, you're not gonna listen to it. Now the other one, the one you really admire, you're gonna listen to it, or you're gonna at least consider it. And so you want to look at society and realize that the shit's backwards. They got it wrong. So that's the first thing. And that way you can begin to hold your own internal voice, your internal opinion senior, and society's junior. So then you can walk your own way without worrying about what they're saying, right? When you want to study or you want to work on a business, you want to do whatever you want to do, and you have society or even some of your peers saying, what is wrong with you? Like, it's YOLO, right? You can do that later. Let's go out and party. Let's do this. Let's do that, right? Let's say you want to get in shape. I don't worry about that. Just cheat. Come on, let's go out. Let's go eat. Let's go get some drinks or whatever, right? You will no longer feel guilty about not doing that anymore because you don't hold the opinions of others so senior to yours. You don't hold it in such high regard. That's the first thing. The second thing is when you really look into why you care about what other people think, it's because there is a feeling of embarrassment that pretty much springs up. Okay, let's say you're really into anime, right? I got some buddies who's into that. Not my thing, but I got some buddies who's into it. I don't understand it. It's not for me to understand. But let's say you were into anime and you're afraid to share with others that you're into anime because deep down there's going to be a feeling of embarrassment that springs up. And what does embarrassment do? Embarrassment springs up a self-doubt within you, and it makes you question your actions, your abilities, or rather your actions and the things that you're doing. Okay? So that embarrassment deep down is really just springs up self-doubt. Then so you question yourself, well, am I not supposed to be doing this? Is there something wrong with this? Okay? That's like on the deeper level. That's what's going on. And so with that, you realize that, like I said in the first one, you realize that what other people are doing is, so in this case, it's not necessarily wrong, it's just different. Okay? There's no difference between, like I had this discussion with a buddy a while ago. Like I was like, PB&J, grape jelly or strawberry jelly? He goes, strawberry. I'm like, what? What is wrong with you? Because I prefer grape. He likes strawberry, right? That's basically what's going on here. It's just different likes and dislikes. You like Pepsi or you like Coke. Sprite, Mountain Dew. Okay? But what's happening is, when you're doing something and society sees it, and it's not something as simplistic as a food option, or not even really simplistic. I don't want to say that. It's not something that's universally accepted as a food item, right? Because it's so universally accepted that many people have different choices of whatever their favorite topping, food, dessert, drink, whatever. That's accepted. But when it comes to other things that might bring up that feel of embarrassment, like, what are you watching at a certain age? Why don't you have this at a certain age? Why are you still doing this? No shit like that. With that, you realize too that it can be just simplistic as, like I said, a food item. That's how you should look at it. You should look at it like, look, this is what I prefer. They don't get down with it. Oh well. Like, fuck them, right? And if it's like people you care about, they shouldn't care that much. And if it's society, then you can go back to the first thing I said, right? Society's backwards anyway. They're not bearing fruit that you want. Society. Or it could be family, right? People you actually care about, people whose opinion holds weight within your reality. Then you look at it and go, look, my path isn't their path. Okay? If everyone had the same path, it would be such a boring existence. Such a boring existence. Realize that this was placed within me. Let's say it's a dream. It's a goal you want. Something you want to achieve. You like, look, this is placed into me. Into my awareness for me to fulfill, because this is the things that I enjoy doing. This is what brings me joy or peace or happiness. Then you say, this is placed in me, not them. So it's understandable if they don't understand it, because it wasn't placed in them. Okay? It's like if you witness something firsthand, and you're basically, bringing it back to my ayahuasca experience, I witnessed it firsthand. I had that experience. No one else shared that experience with me. And so it's like me trying to pretty much paint the picture to them. You can try your best, but at the end of the day, they just won't be able to get it. They won't truly be able to understand it. You can try to paint that picture as clearly as possible, but it still won't look it won't look to them the way that you actually experienced it. And so, to pretty much wrap this thing up, the first thing is realize that society is backwards. And that way you can no longer hold the opinion of what society's doing, or what you should have, what you should be doing, what you should have accomplished at a certain age, what you should like, what you should not like, whatever. You can no longer hold that in such high regard, because that will become junior and your own opinions will become senior. And then when it comes to like people who you actually respect, and things that you want to do, like on a more intimate setting, or let's just say like a show or something that you would be embarrassed about, and because of that it might create self-doubt within you. Realize that everybody's different. Everybody's meant to be different. And it can be as simple as, look, I like Pepsi, you like Coke. Cool. And just like I said, when I asked my buddy which is jelly or jam, whatever you want to call it, do you prefer? And it was not in agreement with mine. And jokingly, I was like, well, what's wrong with you? That's the same thing it goes here. But instead, now, when you say something, people truly get offended when you don't agree with their opinion. Which that should tell you something about them. If someone is truly getting offended because you don't share their viewpoint on something, I should tell you something. But yeah, those are the things that I feel can help you stop caring about what other people think. I mean, I don't recommend everybody try ayahuasca to stop caring what other people think, because that might not be that might not be what you get in exchange for taking the medicine. But I hope that it helps. That's all I got. Until next time, peace.